What's up, guys? Welcome back. I am currently at my house putting on my shoes, getting ready to go to the barn right now. I am gonna do a little conditioning workout with BB when I get there to get her going in shape again. I also need to trim her hooves. She's been pretty overdue to be trimmed, so she needs to get that done, but figured I'd bring you guys along today and kind of bring you with us on her conditioning workout, because I don't think I have the last couple times, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna head down there to see her and update you guys when I get back. All right, guys, I just got to the barn, and it is a long drive. It's like an hour drive to the barn now, but finally here. I just finished listening to a podcast, so that's like my favorite thing to do on my like drives to do horse stuff, because usually they're long drives to listen to podcasts. But yeah, so I'm here now, and I'm gonna go get BB to try and get this ride done. It's like a perfect morning. It's like sunny, it's not hot or humid out yet, it's kind of like a nice breeze. It's a good morning. So I'm gonna go get her, and that's it. I don't know why I paused. Beeves and Luna. Hey, ma'am. Hi, Luna, babe. Good girl. Alright, so what I always do with my horses is they have to let me put the rope around their neck. Good girl. So basically they have to let me catch them, and then they can get a treat. Good girl. Alright, and then once they let me put the halter on, here, Beebs. She can have another treat. Good girl. And that's just kind of like, that's really the only time I ever give my horses treats, is when they've let me catch them with no problems. Even Luna, though, she's hard to catch, but I still give her treats, just to encourage the ease of catching them. Most of my horses are pretty easy, but Luna and Grace have proven to be the difficult ones. Sorry, ladies. Alright, it looks like the big chunk that was on this hoof in the last video I was talking about chipped off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do her feet when we get done with the ride. That way she's not like freshly chopped off before we go ride on the gravel. But yeah. Oh, that sun. You can't really see either. Yeah. Oh. The fan's been there the whole time, girl. We've gone maybe a mile. So far, she's doing good. We trotted a bunch. Usually going out, she's a little all over the place every single time. I don't know. It's just one of her things. But once we kind of get out a little ways, she's good. Aren't you, Beebs? We were going to go down the dirt road. There's a dirt road behind us that we go down, and it's just, not so rocky and no traffic, so it's really nice to ride down. But there's a giant tractor currently, like, taking up the whole thing. It's right there. And I was like, that's kind of a large piece of equipment. I don't really want to try and be neighbors with it. So, there's horses behind us somewhere. But yeah. Good girl. Hi, Opie. Oh yeah, good girl. This is, I don't know if you guys remember my friend from last year that got me into endurance. This is her dad's horse. We're riding by their property. There's one back there too. Come on, Beach, you gotta keep moving though. And their farm's up here. Good girl. So there's a dirt road that runs right next to this farm as well that really gets no traffic. So I think I'm gonna take this and then we'll basically just do a whole block of gravel. Keep walking. She's like slowing down because there's another horse over there. We could go hang out with that horse. Good girl. Alright, we're back from our ride. I gave BB a little bit of grain. I always give her a little bit as a reward when she's done working real hard. Want to trim up her feet a little bit. So I came in here to the tack room. I've got like my hoof stuff here that I brought last time. And my rasp is missing. And I'm not happy about it. I put a text in our barn group chat if anybody has seen a rasp. Mine is missing. Irritates me to no end when this happens. Like, I just don't feel like anybody's stuff should go missing or be moved. So I don't know where it is, and that's really frustrating. I don't see it anywhere. So hopefully somebody responds, because like, not cool. I've had some stuff go missing before. It's really irritating. Anyway, it's just like one of the cons to boarding is like sometimes you just borrow each other's stuff and then set it down somewhere and you don't remember to put it back. But then the next time that person wants it, it's not there. So, seriously, she needs her feet done. And now my rasp is missing. Give her a nice bath. I don't know if she'll roll or not. Just gonna get a drink. She'll probably roll the minute I go inside. Alright guys, this little update on the horses' new place for the winter. I talked about this a little bit in my last video if you missed it, but I just spent the last hour or so ripping out all of this old fence that was wrapped up just in the weeds and like old T-posts that were still attached to it. So yeah, basically you can see this tree line here, like where everything was fenced, but I ripped it all out because I was like, well, there's this tree line and all this brush and then the open field. If I can just clean this all out, we might as well push the fence line from here back to there. There's no really reason to have this big section of tangled mess in between. So yeah, and then here it is today. It's starting to get pretty cleared out. I'm gonna leave the big healthy trees. There's no reason to take those down, but like just all of this, like that over there for sure is a big project. There's the tree pile. The tree pile right now is freaking huge, or the brush pile basically that just needs burnt. I kind of stopped working on it because I'm gonna shut my truck off. I stopped working on it because it's gotten so big and it hasn't rained here in like a month, and it's gotten so big and I can't really burn it. It's been so dry here that I don't want to take the risk of trying to burn something that big and starting the whole county on fire basically. But here's a tree, there's a couple more I've pulled out, and so I've started making a small pile over there. Here's my fencing. I think today I'm just gonna start kind of outlining where I'm gonna put the fence. It's probably gonna just come here, down here. So this little section right here is where my little trailer is normally parked. But I parked it over here because I wanted to work on pulling out some of this mess back here. This is all just tangled down trees and vines that have developed there. There's this big pile of rocks that I want to get rid of. Any ideas what I could do with these rocks? Someone let me know, because they're big and they're heavy and I don't know where to go with them. I put them on Facebook Marketplace and like a couple people came and got some to build like a fire pit with, but like, dude, there's a lot of rocks here still. So what I think I'm gonna do is bring the fence kind of here and around, but I want to leave this section to park the trailers in. So I might come here kind of where this corner ends and then cut across and keep going. That way, at least once I get the pile of rocks gone, I can park a trailer there and I can park a trailer here, and they're kind of out of the way. But yeah, there's still a big mess back there that I've just been working on. What I've been doing for the most part is just taking my truck or my Mazda over there and tying a rope to the back of it, just latching on, tying up to these down trees and just ripping them out one by one until we can burn them. But yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of time. My boyfriend better keep me around a while or I'm gonna be kind of mad. But yeah, this is just a big, huge pile of headache, basically. I cleaned some of it out yesterday and found this giant hole. I don't know if anything still lives in it, but it goes down there like quite a ways. It like goes down and under. But yeah, there's not like really anything in here. There might be a few more rocks or like a tree buried, but otherwise, yeah, this is what we're working with. All right, guys, I'm inside now because it is like the hottest part of the day. It's 2:30 and it is warm outside. I look so gross. I feel so gross. My hair is just like wet. I literally went out in the backyard and I sat in Riley's kiddie pool. I just like got down on my knees and sat in there, and it was like, ugh. Something about like just sitting in the kiddie pool just puts you like into vacation mode. And now I'm dying to go to a water park. So yeah. Anyway, I'm inside for the day. I go to work in like an hour and a half, so I probably just hang out in here and organize, get some stuff done, and chat with you guys a little bit. But I wanted to get on here because somebody had asked me a really interesting question on one of my videos, I think on my last video maybe, and I just wanted to chat about it because it was definitely too long of an answer to like try and explain all in the comment section. But somebody commented saying, I really like your channel. What's your plan for your career and future in terms of work and money and lifestyle like? Just curious. Will you be working on horses all your life and try to make a living and savings off of that? Are there a lot of horse owners in your area? So, good questions. You guys don't ask me really questions about my outside life very often, and so I was like, oh wow. And there was just kind of too much to put in the comment section. But to answer your question for what's your plan for your career and future in terms of work, money, and lifestyle. So this is kind of a complicated question. The story of my life is complicated. Everything I do pretty much is complicated. So the long-term goal is, yes, I want to work with horses for my life, for my whole life. I want to rescue horses. I want to board horses. I want to trail ride. I want to do all of it, honestly. So that's the long-term goal, is to do horses and to eventually have an acreage or a ranch of my own to do that type of stuff on. But obviously it takes time and money and space and the opportunity. Land is so unbelievably expensive right now, you guys. Like, anywhere. You could literally have a falling apart, old, dilapidated house on 10 acres and it'll still be $500,000 just because it's on 10 acres. At least that's how it is in my area. Right now, the market is so high. And so some days I have a lot of hard times feeling motivated because it's almost like a dream that's too far out of spec. Like when you get thinking about money and finances and how you're ever going to be able to afford or have something like that, it can be discouraging sometimes with the state that markets are in right now. However, I did just finish college. Last month, I finished my degree in business administrations management. So I do have a degree to become a manager basically wherever. I wanted to get a degree that in case horses didn't work out long term or something with the horse market crashed or I couldn't make enough money off of it, I would always have something back to fall back on. Which would be a degree in business, and basically I could do anything with a degree in business. My degree is more specific in management, so I could always get a good job as a manager or a supervisor or whatever elsewhere. I actually have been working as a supervisor in retail for quite a while, so I do have a normal 9-to-5 job at a retail store. Which is in my last video, like I've talked about why I haven't been as consistent as I would love to be. I would love to like just be consistent on YouTube and like do this every single day, but I'll be honest guys, like my channel, I've had this channel for so long, so long, years, and like my channel doesn't grow very fast at all. It never has. Like I've never gotten a ton of views off my videos, and that's fine. Like the whole reason I make YouTube videos isn't just because I want a bunch of views and a bunch of money, but regardless, my YouTube channel, it doesn't make me very much money at all. So I can't, rely on something like this. If I really am struggling or like am having or need some extra money, I can try and push out more videos to kind of get some extra cash, but like it's not even hardly enough to pay bills with. So yeah, that's kind of my career, where it's going. I still have a part-time job right now. During the summer times, I cut back on my 9-to-5 job because I want to focus on horses. And if I can make more money doing horses rather than being at my retail job, I would of course want to do that. In the winter time, when it's slow, I focus more on my 9-to-5 job. But yeah, I would love to just train horses for the rest of my life and have a big, huge acreage and property to board people's horses, to train horses, to rescue, to rehab, to foster. I would do all of it. Like, it doesn't even matter. So yeah, my life is very busy. I'm constantly on the go, constantly have things to do. Thankfully, school is over now. Otherwise, it was like work, horses, client horses, schoolwork. I'm also a firefighter on the local fire department. So it was just like, oh my God, always one thing after another. But yeah, now that school's gone, that helps a lot. As far as horse owners in my area, we do have a pretty good equine community in my area. I'm kind of in the more central to eastern Iowa area, and we have a pretty good equine community, I would say. It's definitely not as big here as it is in like Wyoming or like Kentucky and Tennessee, where it's huge there, but we do have a pretty good size equine family, and there's always places to trail ride. There's tons of campgrounds, tons of clinics and shows always going on in one area. All right, guys, my storage totally ran out earlier, so my apologies, that ended kind of abruptly. But talking to you guys really put me in the mood for like a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions that you've been wanting to ask, anything you've been curious about, it doesn't have to be horse related at all. Let me know down below, and maybe in the next video, or I can make a separate video answering some of your guys' questions. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!